Raptors destroy the Warriors, and this is probably the biggest beatdown we've ever had. Like the Warriors could not buy a bucket at all that whole game. The only person that did some type of work was Andrew Wiggins, and they just stopped playing him after like the first half because they knew it just wasn't their game. And the Raptors look good. The Raptors look good even though it's the Warriors and they didn't have Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. They didn't have their core pieces, so of course it's going to be easier. But look, the Pistons, we lost to the Pistons, so I want to put it past us to lose to the Warriors. But we did what we were supposed to do, and we handled business, and that's what we were supposed to do this whole season. Problem this whole season is we've been losing to teams we should be beating, and this not the case today. Gladly, Siakam on his birthday dropped 36, and he was efficient. He made his shots. He was making threes. He was doing about everything. OG Ananobi, of course, defensive anchor, and we started Boucher this time because they have James Wiseman. They don't have a big man, so we could afford to start Boucher. Gary Trent's looking comfortable now. He's starting to shoot his mid ranges. He's starting to shoot his threes. He's looking more comfortable, and I like it. I'm looking at him. He gives us something different than Norman Powell. He's not really doesn't drive as much, but he's more of a shooter, like all around shooter, and I really like what he brings to us to the table. Fred really got injured, and I wonder what's gonna happen with that. I don't know how he got injured, but it looked like he was heading to the locker room. I think third quarter, and Stanley Johnson 0 points, but he makes 0 points look impactful. That's the type of guy he is. And Malachi Flynn finally had a good game. Malachi Flynn finally had a good game. We've been waiting to see if Malachi Flynn looked like Summer League Malachi Flynn, and he showed us that today. He was driving to the paint. Had little floaters. Aaron Baines had a decent game as well, but that's not to be expected. We can't. He's been very inconsistent, but we have to be positive. We have to be positive and look at the game and just look at it the glass half full. We had Bembry back from COVID, and he showed that he was very instrumental for our bench. And I feel like Bembry as a bench with so we have if we would have Bembry, Bembry, and maybe Boucher, Stanley Johnson. Looks a lot better as a bench group because that's one thing that we've been lacking is bench productivity. And Rodney Hood, he's also had flashes of being a solid veteran player, someone that could give us good production from the bench, and that's what we need. We need bench because we can't rely on our big stars. But this is the Warriors, so we don't want to get too technical on it. It's a good game, and we broke the four-game losing streak, and that's something that's important. If we want to make the playoffs, we're gonna need to rack up some wins. Even though we have one of the toughest schedules in the NBA for the latter or past All Star break, which is tough. It's tough. And looking at the way we played pretty decent, but the schedule doesn't get any easier than this. We got Wizards, then Lakers, then Bulls, and the Cavs and Knicks, which are easy. So the next 6 game stretch is gonna be easy, and we're gonna have to rack up some of these wins, especially against the Bulls, where we can get into the play-in if we are aspired to be a playoff team, or we just continue to play bad and get a high draft pick. Don't know what Masai is thinking right now, but we'll see how the season goes. If you like the video, and peace.